happening, everybody? It is Masters Week here, and I am Jason Rouslin for the Awesemo YouTube channel. And here today, I am going to bring you my top 5 sleepers for this week's event. And with such huge DFS prizes, you are going to want to take a hold of these, and of course, a few more golfers that are going to go under on this week. Now, I'm recording this on Monday at 10 o'clock in the morning. Alex, I've been bugging him all week to get me projections, get me ownership projections bright and early, and he did so. So I want you to take this with a semi-grain of salt. This information could change based on if people withdraw, based on weather draws, etc. So understand that these are first-run projections, and these are golfers we do expect to be low-owned this week. So let's start off with Cameron Champ, all the way down, priced at $6,600 this week. A couple of things going on here. There are a few golfers, Gary Woodland, Brian Harman, are just two of the names that I come up with off the top of my head, that are going to be very highly owned this week, under $7,000. That is going to create a ton of bubbles of golfers that are also priced down there that maybe aren't playing quite as well. And Cameron Champ kind of fits this bill. First, let's go over Cameron Champ. He's come in the top 26 in each of the last 2 years here, 26th and 19th. Missed the cut last week, but did miss it right on the number, so he's getting a little bit closer. However, he's really relying on his off-the-tee game this year. Now, we know that's kind of his MO, of course, and we know that that MO can certainly help him here at Augusta. But when you're ranked outside of the top 150 in all other categories, you are going to struggle. Hence why he's going to be probably less than 1% owned this week. So when we look at Cameron Champ, ranked 34th in strokes gained off the tee, 186 on the approach, 179 around the green, and 152 putting. You can see why he's having a bad start to the season, but he's here because he won last year's 3M, and gets an invite, and now he can change his entire season around, coming back to a course that he clearly likes and enjoys playing on. Again, his ownership is probably going to be somewhere around 1% this week. Also coming in around 1%, maybe creeping up to 2%, is Sepp Straka. He's coming in at just $6,600 this week on DraftKings, and it will be his first time coming to Augusta, at least in the professional ranks. But remember, he is a graduate of the University of Georgia, so these parts shouldn't be too unfamiliar to him. He did not make it out of the group stage in match play, but did win a match or two there, so he did not come in anything worse than 35th. And he's also on a good stretch of golf, winning the Honda Classic, obviously, at the beginning of the Florida Swing in the beginning of March. Followed that up with a really stellar performance at the Players. And Straka has just found a nice groove here on the PGA Tour in this season, and he's going to be very low owned. So take a look at Sepp Straka this week. Lastly, let's go over his strokes gained ranks, see why he's having a good season. 88th off the tee, 127 on the approach, 152 around the green, and 46 putting. So certainly a blend of off the tee and putting here for Straka this year. All right, this next golfer I want to talk about, we all know him, but he is patched in between probably, as I look over at my ownership projections, the two highest projected owned golfers of the slate in Corey Connors and Paul Casey. So when you take away, say, 50% of total ownership, that means there's not going to be much going towards Tommy Fleetwood. And Tommy Fleetwood has endured a pretty good stretch of golf here through the Florida Swing, but he has no top 10s here at this event yet at Augusta, coming in 46th and 19th in the last 2 years. He's working off of like I said, a pretty good stretch of golf that didn't include any top 10s in Florida, but also didn't include any missed cuts. Now, when we look at his strokes gained rank for the year, how he's getting it done, well, he's pretty good off the tee, 63rd. His short game has been superb this year, 3rd around the green and 25th putting. But his approach is his iron game. That is going to need to pick up here at Augusta this week if he wants to have his best ever finish. Look at Tommy Fleetwood. He's going to be less than 5% owned this week, and not many people looking his way with Corey Connors and Paul Casey right there. All right, next guy we're going to talk about is in a similar situation. It's Shane Lowry. Lowry priced right next to a big-time player named Tiger Woods. Also, Sam Burns, seen as one of the best values on the slate. You can even go up $100 or $200 higher to find Louis Oosthuizen and Daniel Berger. So where does that leave Shane Lowry? Coming in at $8,800 this week on DraftKings certainly seemed a little expensive. And with that, we're going to get 5% possibly or less ownership of him. He's working off of 2 very good starts here in the last 2 years after not playing well here in his first couple of trips. He's coming 21st and 25th in the last 2 years. Plus, He's had a very nice stretch of golf, almost winning the Honda Classic, as I just talked about with Sepp Straka, and a couple of other good starts, including a hole-in-one at the Players, and so on. So for Shane Lowry, 8,800 and 5% owned. Let's take a look at his strokes gained stat and see why I like him even more. He's 53rd off the tee this year, 14th on the approach, 116 around the green, and 18th putting. That is a great mixture to have here at Augusta. Just maybe needs to get a couple of good bounces off of his around the green game, and that should improve. So Shane Lowry, definitely going to be low owned this week. Okay, here's the last golfer, and I've talked to Alex about this already, and it is early. Remember, I'm doing this on Monday. But Jordan Spieth, coming in at $9,800 this week, is projected with 5% ownership. Now, there's a lot of stuff going on here. Cameron Smith, who's one of the odds favorites this week, is priced just $100 above him, soaking up a ton of ownership. People also love to play Xander Schauffele. He's just $200 cheaper than Jordan. So a lot of factors going on. Now, I do expect this to change. Typically, we get Jordan here at Augusta, and the general public like him a lot more than, say, our little gaming bubble here. So for Spieth, I expect this to go like this. In the $15 millionaire maker on DraftKings, which is the lowest price point, I expect his ownership to be the highest and sequentially go down from there. Say in the $100 millionaire maker and the $4,000 millionaire maker, I expect it to go down pretty dramatically. So I expect total ownership to be probably right around 10%. Of course, we will update this as the week goes on. But certainly, Spieth has some of the best course history out of anybody playing in this event. Coming in second a couple of times, winning it, coming in third. His worst start, 46th, a couple of years ago. He's also coming off a very solid Sunday, maybe the most solid Sunday we have seen out of Spieth in quite some time, outside of his putter, of course. He gained almost 7 strokes tee to green in one round, more than 2 strokes higher than Matt Jones, who is number 2 on that board. So Spieth looking to be peaking at the right time, but he will need his putter to wake up as we go into his strokes gained rank for the season, ranked 62 off the tee. That is superb for Jordan Spieth. 93rd on the approach. But when we get to the short game, 110 around the green and 141 putting. Those are his 2 worst statistical ranks in those 2 categories of his entire career. So I don't expect them to I should say, I expect them to change for the better, and I don't expect them to stay there very long. So, and again, expect Spieth around 10% this week, maybe slightly lower the more buy-in, the higher dollar buy-in you go up. Okay, so that's going to do it for my top 5 sleepers. Let's go 5 to 1 really quickly again. Cam Champ, Sepp Straka, Tommy Fleetwood, Shane Lowry, and Jordan Spieth. And of course, I want to tell you now about our quick little deal with Yahoo we've got going on. If you've not already signed up for over on Yahoo to play their daily fantasy sports, now is the time to do so. First and foremost, you're going to get the biggest PGA DFS contest offered by them this week. As long as you sign up new and enter your first paid contest, you are going to get a free month of Awesemo Plus Platinum. That's right, a free month, not just for golf, but you're going to get MLB projections, NBA projections, and so much more included in that Awesemo Plus membership. So all you got to do, like I said, sign up for your first paid contest and on Yahoo, and they're going to send us an email over. If you don't get an email from us in the next 48 hours after you sign up, send an email to support@awesemo.com, and we will get you all squared away. So until next time, everybody, we've got a plethora of amazing content coming out this week, including our 2 live shows right here on this channel, 2 o'clock on Tuesday and 8 o'clock on Wednesday, the Live Before Lock show with myself, Ben Raza, and the man, the myth, the legend himself, Alex Baker. So stay tuned for all of our Awesemo content this week for the Masters. Good luck, everybody. Win that millionaire maker, and we will see you on the other side. Cheers.